Good afternoon to all. Yeah, I'm Sally Lone, and with me here today is Wan Farid, if some of them already know him. We are the Educational Technology from Center for E-Learning, which is in short CEL. And CEL, we manages the e-learning effort in NIE. We support, of course, the Blackboard system and other platform as well. So this is the one that I'm sharing is one of the platform that we are leveraging on. So this is the URL to our online resources. We go paperless, so no handout for you guys. But do check out the resources even after the workshop. We provide as much information as possible. If you need more, you write to us, and then we will also populate that with other information that you need. So first of all, why haze? Why this topic, this series? As you know, a month back, our weather condition is not too good, and affected by haze. Some of them fall sick and then may not go to work and all those kind of things. So, are you ready if the haze returns or something gets worse? Are you ready to leverage on ICT to carry on with your work and to conduct your lesson as usual? So the first series today is actually the WizIQ. So we categorize the session by day 1 to day 5. Even you don't attend for other days, information are there. You can always check it out, references as well. Anyone heard of WizIQ before coming for this session? Something very new. Okay, you probably heard about Centra and Wimba Classroom and all those used by Blackboard. So basically, okay, so this is is actually to introduce WizIQ for live classes. So these are the things at the end of the session you'll be able to, quickly schedule an online class. Invite your participant as attendees, use of the feature and all those sort of things, and then you can share your content on a webinar session. Something for you to read on. WizIQ is a new age platform. A lot of institutes overseas are using WizIQ. And look at the bold, the one that I bold is basically a few keywords that you connect live, real-time communication and collaboration, which some of the NTU platform might be also uses this. And more importantly, it's actually using a web browser. So, to set the tone right, it is a subscribe model. But I'm happy to see some of the NTU people taking care of infrastructure are here. Probably if the academic staff are interested, you might want to subscribe to this model. We have very limited license for NIE, but if you want to trial, please contact this person, or she will be able to extend some trial period for you if possible. So, setting of expectation. I also hope that there's some dialogue session, not just me talking here. You will be attending a webinar as a learner. You observe it as an instructor. Why not as an instructor? Because when you set up the WizIQ, you got logged into an instructor, no students. So you will not be able to see how the platform works and how it might be used, probably used for your needs. And then among the lessons, we will cover some of the logistic and administrative of a webinar as well. So let me go into the WizIQ. If you want to sign up account, you can always go to wiziq.com and sign up an instructor's account. And then start off with 30 days trials. If you need more, then write to the representative. They probably can extend the trial if you wish to have a longer trial period. So after you got your WizIQ account, when you log into the WizIQ, you see this option here. You can create a course, create a live session, upload the content, and create quizzes here. Yeah. So what do you think? If let's say I want to schedule, I want a webinar session, what do you think the option will be for me to click on here? No? Schedule? Schedule a new live class. Basically, when you sign up an account, you will see exactly the same interface. But in this session, an 1 hour session, you're not going to sign up as an instructor account because you can do it after the session, but you participate as a learner. So to schedule a class, I will, I want to schedule a class I call Live Classroom 6. If you select this tab, set current date and time, you will take the current time of the computer, which is 3:38. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to schedule it at about 4:05, which is a later time. The keywords and all those are optional for you if you want to do that. By default, the recording is actually turned on when you log into a session. And there's an option for you whether to allow your attendee to attend the class without signing up. Of course, there are pricing issues and all those sort of things. But for our class here, I don't need you to sign up any WizIQ. I basically give you a URL, you enter as a learner. So I don't need you to sign up. So you basically don't need to sign up. When I click on more information, you realize that if I allow you to enter the class without sign up, they're actually a 25% max. So if your class is less than 25, okay, you don't need them to sign up an account. They can actually enter the class. And the duration is half an hour.
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum 30 minutes. Depending on whether I have created a course here, but just ignore this for now.
So, sorry, meaning under the class duration, right, now that's 60, you can change it to 30. So that's the minimum you can go.
Yeah. So let's say, for example, if I change to 30, or even let's say if I change to 20, and that's about it, and 4:05. Oh no, 3:45, which is 5 minutes later. You notice that please enter duration between the minimum is actually 30 minutes. A normal class, which is you might want to meet up your students. So 30 minutes is the minimum. And that's it. Any questions? Otherwise, I will just schedule and click on continue. That is to schedule a class. When that is done, the URL is actually given here. This is the link that you give to your students. Let me just copy this and then go to the presentation. Can you refresh just click on F5 to refresh the page for this day 1. Then go to slide 6. This is the link that you actually have to click on.
So you can show
Otherwise, you
the
can go
drop down, how to go quickly? The drop down number, slide.
Yeah, slide 6.
So when you go to slide 6,
just do a refresh on the screen because earlier on the presentation does not populate with the URL link. So you do a refresh, there's a URL link that is available. Click on that link, do F5 to refresh the page. Yep. Then go to slide 6 again. Okay, so just click on that link to enter.
So it opens up a new page.
So let me also go to this URL link.
Everybody managed to open up that page?
Yeah, you will see something like that, right? Okay? Then click on Launch Class. So we'll be starting a class in about 2 minutes' time. Right? And if I were to launch the class, see, imagine you are the students. You cannot enter the class when the time is not up. You cannot enter the class. So please enter the name that and launch a class to enter the webinar.
So while waiting, what can they do?
Yep. You can actually do a device checking. Device setting here. You can click on that device setting to allow you to check on the mic and the webcam.
The mic can be found at the back of your monitor.
Yes.
I mean the headset.
Yep.
Together with the
so
mic.
one condition that you want for your student is to get them to log in to the website earlier so that they can do a device check on the microphone and the web camera.
Okay.
Can I give you a minute or so to get access to the webinar? Yeah. So I also launch class as well as an instructor. Notice that the system is actually doing some checking on the right access, the microphone, the webcam, and the chat.
Okay. If you have any pop-up on top, just click allow. Any pop-up on top on the screen, just click allow. So you allow all your equipment to be run.
Okay, everyone seeing this? Yeah? The student will probably have the same, encounter the same thing, as in they will have to allow the device to be enabled in order to enter the class. Yes. Here I'm seeing is the instructor. And what you're seeing is the learner.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, if you encounter any problem, just raise your hand. My colleague will come round and show it to you. It's usually the first time when you launch, you encounter this kind of device problem. But second round, if it's successfully installed, the script and the plugin, everything will work fine. So what you see here is my webcam. I can actually choose to hide the web camera, and on the extreme bottom, you see that actually the recording already started. Instructor can choose to pause by clicking this pause button. Let's say, for example, giving a student a 10 minutes break and return after that. So you can actually pause it. It will stop the recording. But do remember to resume back. Otherwise, the session will not be recorded. Okay? And when you toggle these, you will see the remaining times and the time that has passed as well. Over the top, this is the signal level. Okay? If the signal is weak, you'll probably be orange or even red. If that happens, suggest to turn off the video because the video will suck up a lot of bandwidth. So if the network is no good, always, let let go the video, the audio, and the images should come first. You will notice here, there's also a microphone and a webcam here. Over the student's end, which is what you're seeing, you will see a hand icon, right? That is for students to raise questions, raise their hand if they encounter a problem, or I can actually ask the students to raise your hand if you can hear me. So let me just put on my, so you actually should not be hearing me from, being in the lab. You should actually hear me via the microphone. Can you hear me over the headset? Okay, instead of putting this up here, can you put it a hands up on the I think for your side would be on the top here. You will see a hand icon. Click on that.
It will be reflected here, your name, and that you have raised your hand. Okay?
Okay, so I see that Lisa has, Swarup has raised a hand, meaning you can hear me. Lisa, can you hear me? Yeah? Then, yeah, okay. So raise hand is probably for students to ask questions, but I can also use that to do a self-check, as in, can the students hear me? Yes. That sort of things.
Can I interrupt a bit?
Yes.
See, now you are seeing Shelly in front. But in real life, Shelly is not in front of you.
You can't see me.
Okay, so the communication is really, you have to use your mic, your headset,
yes.
And the raise of hand is really important. If you never click on that, she wouldn't know. Yeah. Okay, so we have to really think that she's not here. Okay?
And the only thing that you can do as a student is the web chat, is the chatting, correct? Like, let's say, for example, you have any technical problem, you have anything to ask, you can actually, type a text there. You want to try typing in the text chat box? Like maybe introduce who you are and where you're from. Or if let's say you're teaching, what topics are you teaching? So this is a web chat built in the WizIQ. Okay, instructor, I can disable the web chat. If I'm going to start the class, I'm going to disable so that student, won't check unless they launch another browser and then check on the Skype or WhatsApp or something like that. But you try to do a text chat again, you cannot do that again, right? Because I have disabled. Yeah? So let's say Swarup has raised a hand. I can acknowledge him, and I will give him the microphone access. So an instructor to give access to the student is by just clicking on the microphone icon. Every student, you will have a webcam, a microphone, and a pencil. So depending on which are the options that you want. I'm not right now granting access for Swarup. Swarup, can you?
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Raise your hands, everybody.
Yeah.
Not your physical hand.
Virtual hands, not the real ones.
Yeah, I think it's a microphone. But basically, you can hear the audio, and if I grant the webcam access, you'll be able to see the person as well. Okay.
Yeah, because it goes from the microphone out to the web server and then back.
Yep. So Swarup, you want to introduce yourself, where you're from, and what do you teach?
Hi everybody, my name is Swarup Mukherjee. I'm from the Physical Education and Sports Science Academy Group, and I teach sports medicine and sports injuries. That's my first area. Second area is fundamental movement skills in growing population.
Okay, so thank you, Shahrukh. So I can always choose to take back the
Control.
mic and the webcam by clicking again on the icon. Yeah? Okay. So look at the whiteboard here. This is actually whiteboard 1. Instructor can choose to create more whiteboard by clicking on the add sign, and you have whiteboard 2 and 3. For example, I'm going to give all of them the right access.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, give right control. So you basically can use the whiteboard feature here. Okay. So you can actually work in a group. Let's say, for example, one table on one whiteboard, and you start drawing things, or you can actually try out the different feature in the whiteboard.
See, if you don't have any rule set, that's what's going to happen to your class. People just doodle and do all the funny things there.
Yes. Yeah?
See if you can jump over to another whiteboard.
Can you go to another whiteboard? You can. So in the first place, I may set up rules, logistic rule as in, I put them in groups. For example, by name, like for example, somebody will work on whiteboard 1, another group will work on whiteboard 2 and whiteboard 3. Yep.
What you are doing, your students will do the same thing, you know.
So much for intellectual exchange.
So again, if the time is up, I want to take back the control by selecting everybody. Selecting the checkbox here is to select everyone in the class, and I'll take back the right control. Once I do that, you have no longer be able to write on the whiteboard. Yeah. So when the lecturer do the, oh, that's cute. Okay. So after they have done up the masterpiece, so-called, I can do a screenshot and take a snapshot. And I have an option to save the file. I call snapshot 1. So this is a piece of, saved as images. Yeah? Okay. Let me get someone to share a document, or anyone want to share a document online?
You release to that person, they should know. They should look at their screen. If you see that you are release to you, you can share.
Okay, let me, I don't know who is this. This person, I actually given one student a right access. So who is Knatar? Kanata Rajan. Okay, so you have an option to share a file.
So we just quickly open this one. This one? Yeah.
So how do you usually upload a content for students or instructor? What the students see is exactly the same, except that they do not see this poll. Yeah? And they don't see the gallery. I cannot grant you all the right access and everyone start uploading, so you will be, you suck up the bandwidth. At the same time, you don't know whether the network will be able to take it. Farid, is it okay? So we are demonstrating that not only the instructor can share the content, student can share the content as well by uploading, whether a PowerPoint slide or a Word document online, and everybody will be able to see that. The same thing, is preparing to upload. So sometimes it depends on whether you want the students to upload instantly. Like let's say, for example, hey, students 1, please share what you have done for the class. The students can take over and grant the mic to the students and allow him to present his presentation. Okay? So if you navigate to the second slides.
Only one slide.
Oh, only one slide. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I take back the control? Yeah, okay. So instructor have a choice to upload the content advance in the library. And let me just add this to the class. Wherever I navigate to the next slides, the students will be able to see it on their screens. Okay, imagine you are the learners. Okay, and jump right to the end of the slides as well. Okay. So apart from sharing the slides presentation, I can do a screen share to all students as well. Let me do a screen share. It's just clicking on the screen icon, and I start my screen share. So you look at the screen as well. You'll be seeing what on my screen when I start toggling and navigating over. So if I were to launch the PowerPoint from here, you're able to see on the screen as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me demonstrate the poll option. The instructor can actually create the poll in advance by clicking on the Create Poll, or I have actually generated a poll earlier on, and let me publish the poll. What do you see on your screen? What do you see on the screen? Yes. And when you submit your poll, result is automatically tabulated. Okay? But you're not able to see your result. Will you be able to see your result? No, right? You only see the questions. So you know that when you want to share your result to your students, you have to click on this Share Results. What do you see on your screen? Exactly the same, right? So these are the things that as an instructor you need to know, the affordance of the feature.
Because essentially, what you are doing, students wouldn't know. Now, you are really looking at her, you know what she's doing. But when you are away, before you do something, you need to tell the students what's going to happen, right? Supposing you say, okay, I'm going to give you a poll. Before you do that, you tell them, I'm going to give you a poll now. So they know what's going to happen next, right? Then, if for the next few seconds you don't see a poll, you know something is wrong. Then you can chat, you can respond back. So because there is you cannot see, right, or just away, you cannot assume, oh, this she's going to do that. No. So you have to change a little bit your instruction. You have to tell them in advance what you're going to do. Okay? You have to these are some of the things that you have to take note when you're doing a webinar. Okay? And the other one quickly is really, if you have been using webinar before, you have to put in some kind of rules. Like just now, if you share the whole thing to everybody, you have to set rules first. Who comes in, who comes out. If somebody raises up hand, what you should do. You have to put in all this depending on what you want to do. Okay, so these are the pre-preparation that you have to take note before you do a live webinar. Okay.
Any questions? The things that I demonstrate so far. The poll. Yep. Yes. Yes.
The system record down all those videos and PowerPoint.
Yes. It's actually recording the whole session. Whatever on this screen, you'll be recorded. This video will be resided in the WizIQ server, and after that, they will decode the entire video and make the link available to you. So you just share this link with the students, being packed in your LMS as well, or email to the students. Here, this is an alert to tell you that the class is going to end in 5 minutes' time. Yeah? Instructor can choose to extend the class time, yeah, by 10 minutes, 20, 15 minutes to, whatever the max. So I'm going to extend for another 5 minutes, and the alert will come out in 5 minutes' time. So even you schedule the class for 30 minutes, you can have an option to extend. It will not cut off exactly at 30 minutes and the recording stops. So that means when you extend, the recording will extend as well.
Sally, you mentioned
Yes.
that when you are recording, it records what's on the screen.
Yes.
I'm assuming it's recording your audio as well?
Yes, correct. Yeah, the audio and whoever that I have granted the audio control to. But usually in a webinar and all those, you don't want to grant the audio access to everyone. It'll be very noisy. Yeah? And probably the right access for students to work on a piece of whiteboard, or even grant a particular students to upload the content and share with the whole class.
Oh, by the way, if you're actually holding this and your students are using mobile device, if you are not intending for them to share anything, any presentation, okay, they can be on mobile, right? If not, if you want them to share PowerPoint or whatever.
Yes, yeah, it's limited.
Yeah, it's best to be on a machine.
WizIQ support Android and iOS. You can download the app, but that allows you to attend a WizIQ class. Not so much of hosting a WizIQ class, because for instructor, it's best to be on a desktop. Then they have more controls on the interface.
But what technical things, because essentially these are e-tools, electronic e-learning, right? So there's some technical aspect before that you have to actually attend to. Like when we are going to conduct this, we had 1 day or 1 or 2 days to actually make sure the setup. That might happen to you. So if you are planning to have 1 hour, maybe the first 10 minutes testing mic. This happens, okay?
Yeah.
So do experience this, and then we all learn together, okay? Then you know what are the things that you have to take note.
Yeah, it could be one session is just to try out the the feature and all those sort of things before the actual class starts. So you know all the technical issue and all those sort of things. Any? Yes, one of the lecturers, Zachary, is actually using it for his one of the in-service class, and yeah.
So the student doesn't need to come to campus, right?
No. Yeah, they will be in their own schools, because for in-service, students will be residing in their own schools, and they will have the online session to keep update of the lessons and all those sort of things.
I'm just curious about the bandwidth. How many users they could support at the same time?
right now, if let's say you, without login, they are able to support until 25, you mean the bandwidth, is it? If there is just normal lectures.
No video.
Yes.
Typically,
okay.
it all depends also on the place. If you're here, is on wireless.
Yep,
Okay?
it's on wireless.
So
This whole lab
sometimes
is
you
on
see some
wireless.
people, they are not really connected. But really, if you want to have everybody on a video, right, that will suck up
Yes.
the bandwidth. Okay, how many do we have? A definite answer? We may not, right?
Yeah, we may not.
Yeah.
So it depends on the plan that we have. Let's say for an individual account, if you do not have to need to sign up a WizIQ account, it can actually support to 25. If you need them to log in or so-called sign up a WizIQ account, you have actually 1,999.
But
So
how are you going to
basically-
manage that
Yeah.
1,000 folks?
Yeah, yeah. For an organization account, it's unlimited. So some of the online session, they more of a delivery. This one what we are showing is more of interaction, whereas getting students to share their screen or work on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
But a normal webinar, it could be just a PowerPoint presentation, and then you deliver your class content. You can record that, and then it will be like a learning module. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, Sarup?
Can you link to a URL and visit the website, and that can be made visible on the screen?
Say again? Sorry.
In an active session?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that this one is via URL.
Yep.
That's why she provided the
Yes.
URL in
There's
the
a
PowerPoint.
URL.
Then
Okay.
you can access
All right.
without logging in.
I want to visit any other websites. You should go to youtube.com and show you.
Oh, Sally, show how
yes.
you can go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do
Okay.
that.
They're doing that during the webinar.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say, for example, I wish to.
All right.
Yeah, correct.
There's a shared desktop facility on that.
Yes, correct. So let's say, for example, let me check out a YouTube. Let's say, for example, I'm interested in sharing one of the concurrent session for eFiesta. I just copy this URL and paste it here. So while I play, your display. Oh, that's Benji.
This is YouTube, but the URL, like you said, she can do that via screen
Yeah.
sharing. Yeah. You can share, she can share as well. 2 ways.
Yeah. So I can pause the video, and you can still hear me, talking, and I continue to play. So you can actually pause for instructions. This is to show the YouTube video. But of course, you can upload a video on the online repository as well. Anyone want to try out sharing a YouTube video?
Sorry, Sally,
Yes.
one more question.
Yes.
When you copy the URL
Yes.
and the video becomes visible on the screen,
Okay.
does it also become a part of the recorded session?
Yes.
It does.
It does. It does include in the. So that means whatever you see on this screen, you'll be recorded. Being the scribbling on the whiteboard, the sharing of the video, uploading of the content, and all those kind of things, navigation on the slides, everything will be recorded.
Just to clarify, the recording is the instructor's screen, not the student's screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yes.
Yeah, but later the students will be given that link,
Yes.
Yes.
which will be a
Yes,
link back to
yes.
the whole lecture, right?
Yes, correct. A full lecture. But it takes time to decode and process. Yeah? So it will take time. I'll show you the screen later. So if there's no question, I will end this session, and then we'll go into the end product. So let me I can actually close the session by clicking this close icon. And if they will ask you, do you want to end the class or leave the class? End the class meaning that's it, no more. Leave the class, you can actually go out and come in back again. But the problem is the recording will be lost. So usually the instructor will come in, stay throughout, and then leave at the end. And instructor usually is the last person to end because students may have some questions for you to clarify. And then when you end the session, everything will be paused. Yeah. Back here again, after you schedule your live class, your classes are all in this section here. Okay, let me just...
Is that the recorded classes?
Yes. Yeah. This is the first one which you have scheduled a live class when you click that to schedule the first live class. And this second one is the one that you review the classes. Click on My Classes. Just now I have named it as Live Class 6. So you notice that the recording in progress. Yeah? And this one we have tried out earlier on. And let's view the recording. I mean, that time when we were trying, doing some testing, we record. So that, so whole session is actually recorded. You can see the chat area as well, and I think we didn't... Comparing to other web conferencing tool, this is of in terms of the price, is much lower. Compared to Centra and Illuminate, Winbar Classroom, and all those, which cost about 25,000 a year. This is so much cheaper, 99 USD, that kind of things.
So you see the chat, you can get, so if this Darth Vader is really hungry, right, it's there also.
Yeah, when we started to do the testing, I already get hungry.
This one, now, this person has raised a hand, so I need to acknowledge this.
Okay, let me just scroll to the middle part. That the slides is recorded. Yeah, I think I have to wrap up the session because it's an 1 hour session, and I will appreciate your feedback for this. I mean, apart from the network issue and all those sort of things. Yeah, if you have any questions, do drop us an email.